You either get to stay jealous or get better. The choice is yours. So you honestly better hope that you continue to see women in your life having things that you desire. You better hope that you keep seeing people actually experiencing the lifestyle, the relationships, the material things, the business, the certain income months that you want. All of this is an obvious sign that it is possible for you to get it too. So hello, I am Farrell and welcome back or welcome to my channel. We talk about all things feminine energy, luxury, manifestation, and so much more. So definitely stick around if you want to hear more about feminine energy, dark feminine, and luxurious lifestyle manifesting. But if you actually recognize what jealousy is, what these triggers are that we can so easily get around other women, wanting what she has, feeling shameful around it, feeling like we shouldn't want it, feeling bad for even feeling these jealous feelings in general. Count how many times I say feelings here. But what this really is, it's a trigger to show you what you desire and to show you what is available for you. Everything is a mirror. So everything that triggers you or, makes you feel envious, jealous, this is all just a reflection of what you actually desire. It's the universe's way of showing you this is totally possible, but there is a gap in the identity of the version of you that would already have it, because the version of you that has it would already have it in the physical reality. And so it's just showing you, hey, let's bring attention back to this so we can do the inner work around it so that we can actually level up and get that too. We mistake it though for an emotion and feel so much shame around it that you should just be grateful for what you have and want nothing more. You ungrateful bitch, you should want nothing more than what you already have, and God forbid you level up your standards and you raise the bar for what you are available for. It's all a trick. So bitch, if you want that body, if you want that apartment, if you want that lifestyle, if you want that relationship, stop saying things like, I can't have it because of this. Must be nice to have money. Must be nice, she only has that because she looks like this. That's something I get all the time in the comments. I'm living in my Barbie dream world only because I look like this, which must have just been luck, right? See how toxic it can get? These are sisterhood wounds. Every woman is a reflection of this facet of the divine feminine energy impersonated. And so when we see women living in opulent luxury, making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month in their business, having a man fully provide for her and give her everything that she desires in the world, our first instinct out of survival and scarcity and these deep-rooted sisterhood wounds is to feel jealous, is to feel triggered. But that's okay. If you know how to alchemize these triggers, which we will talk about later in the video, then you can actually use this to your advantage. Desires don't always come out of these positive feelings or experiences. Sometimes they come from walking down the street and seeing a woman who is so beautiful, you would have thought if you saw her on social media that it was just a filter or, plastic surgery or something like that. We hear these stories of women having these lives that we desire. Maybe you even see this in my channel and think that it's not possible for you. But all of this is a scarce lie. It is all a scarce lie. A lot of the times desires actually come from the awful feeling of feeling like you really, really want something and you don't get to have it. Or that you can't afford anything past surviving. So many of us, especially if we're in our wounded feminine energy and we have not yet leveled that up, we actually feel a majority of the time like our nervous system is in survival mode. How can one even dream of wanting opulence and luxury and to be provided for and to, get a Chanel bag whenever you're worried about paying rent and just surviving. But this is in our biology to feel this way. That's how we've survived, is by feeling these negative feelings of like, if I don't eat, I'm gonna die. So we have that anxiety, and we have those, survival mechanisms that are our default. But, and I'm sure you've heard of like the reptilian brain before, that's our primal, like primate brain. It's no longer our elevated spiritual way of being that allows us to manifest as a lifestyle. So with these triggers, knowing that yes, it jolts your nervous system, it can make you feel these negative feelings that you realize like, I don't have this, and so this does not feel good to me. Great. Then now all that means is that there's a gap to close, because now you see it's available for me. So there's a gap to close within my identity, within my inner work, within my feminine energy, or whatever it is for you that you need to work on and level up to be the type of woman who actually gets to experience that. It is not luck. I'll say this in every video, but it's not luck that people get to experience these things. You are also not the single special cursed person who it's just not available for you. That's how I used to feel a lot of the time. Wow, like I want these things, but I'm not receiving them. And I had no clue what inner work was at this point. So I thought, okay, I guess I'll just leave it up to fate. I have no control over it. I'm a victim to my reality. I can't do anything to, change myself to get there. Some people are just lucky and some people aren't. And that's not true. That would be torturous. That would be really sad if that were true. That you don't get to experience your desires. Well, why do you even have them? That's crazy. So we're meant to feel this shame around having desires that are past the survival threshold. So if you have a desire that's past like having enough food on the table, paying your rent, and just having friendships, relationships at the bare minimum level, then you're high maintenance. That's what we're called. High maintenance, too high standards, has an attitude, is a bitch, called all sorts of things, right? Yet we're giving these desires for these higher levels of ourselves, to experience this version of myself that gets to have that type of relationship, to experience the version of myself that gets to make thousands, multiple 5-figure months in my business. We want to experience these versions of ourselves. It's not selfish. All of what this is reflections of the divine feminine energy and showing you what you do get to have. And it's triggering to our nervous systems because we don't have it yet. It's triggering because it's scary to us to think that maybe we have to change. All of this is subconscious, of course, but maybe we have to change in order to manifest something different. Maybe we have to show up differently. Maybe we have to show up being a different identity, being the type of woman who already has that. So all of these deeply, deeply rooted sisterhood wounds, they can either destroy you or you can learn how to use them. They can really warp our minds into wanting what you see another woman embodying and thinking that that is bad. It's not bad. It is an inspiration. Even if you feel negatively about it and you do feel jealous and you do feel triggered, it's your choice how you use that. I'm actually going to make a whole video on how to use your feminine rage to catapult your level up and, manifest more money and manifest a relationship, whatever you want. But you can do this here in this scenario. When you feel jealous or triggered or what the fuck, like, why don't I have this yet? Are you kidding me? Right? I want to slap myself because that was available to me all along. It kind of makes us feel that way. And that's okay. It just gets to show you it can be easy. It can be possible even. And I get to experience that too. A trigger is not bad. And a desire is not bad. It's not true. It doesn't matter how bad it feels in the moment of you realizing that you actually want something. It just matters how you react to it. Like the title of this video. You can either stay jealous and allow it to derail your life. Maybe you lash out at this woman. Maybe you feel bad about yourself and you talk yourself into this state of scarcity of, I'm not enough, I can't have this because da 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 da. But if you're in a habit of doing this, really stop yourself and realize that, I can just get better. I can just level up out of this. I can alchemize these triggers and this pain that I'm feeling in this moment and actually decide to claim my desires. The reason so many of us are not doing that in the first place is literally because we are scared. We are scared of, if I desire something and I put it out there and I allow myself to feel that actual pull towards that desire and that magnetism, what if I don't get it? What if I don't get it? What if I want the provider man and I go on all of these dates and I just cannot find him? That feels like failure, and that feels like death. What failure feels like to us in our nervous system, it feels like we are dying. Perceived failure. You only fail if you quit, right? But the only guaranteed way to never get what you desire is to never try. Is to never try to change your identity. So there you go. It's guaranteed. You're going to continue to manifest the reality that's right in front of you, whether that's good or bad. But you'll never grow. You'll never level up. You'll never get more. You have to be someone different and have different behaviors come from that. Do different things. Show up in different ways. For yourself, for others, in your business, to be able to manifest more. Or at least different. So you can take these steps too to change your identity and allow yourself to have the same thing that you feel jealous of in the other woman. Using these triggers and even the negative feelings to supercharge your level up is literally alchemizing a trigger into creation. This is a very dark feminine trait, and it's powerful. It's powerful. I'm getting goosebumps even saying this. It's powerful and it's life-changing. If you can do this, which it does require practice, and it requires a level of inner work and emotional control that 99% of people will not tap into. But you can completely shift your reality with this. The most potent level ups, in my opinion, and in my experience, especially if you watch my last video, you felt this. You felt this through the energy of the video. But they actually don't come from the positive feelings. They don't come from feeling this just all of these positive, affirmations towards a desire. Oh, that'd be nice if I had it. That would be cool, but if I don't, it's okay. That's weak. That's not powerful. That's not empowered. That's not fueled. That's not activated. That's like saying, it's cool if I might want this, but I'm kind of already choosing to lose. Bitch, no. That is not how you win. And some of the most powerful level ups that are just supercharged, and you just go even past the desire that you wanted in the first place. You've seen those glow ups, right? Of people just completely transforming their life. They come from that anger. They come from feeling so fucking done, and that dark feminine rage of just being done with your own shit and finally choosing different from yourself. You don't even have a choice anymore. If you show up like the old identity again, you are done. You're done voluntarily choosing this for yourself and putting yourself in this position. That's what this is. And so you get to use this power. You get to use this power to create. It doesn't matter, this is going to get triggering here, but it doesn't matter if this comes from being cheated on, if this comes from, failing out of school or something like that, or getting a divorce, or just letting yourself fall off and lose money in your business, letting yourself getting taken advantage of. It doesn't matter what this comes from. You get to choose how to use that rage and that energy. And when you can alchemize this, it really does take emotional control. When you can alchemize this, nothing can take you down. You can level up from anything when you learn this. And so what's unfortunate too is that using this power to create rather than destruct, we're actually told that this is like really shameful. That we first of all shouldn't be feeling that in the first place, especially as women, especially as feminine women, right? The bullshit definition that the podcasters like to use to describe femininity and feminine energy. Yeah, of course there's a light side to this, but the dark side is just one we don't talk about, right? The shadow. But it's just as powerful, more powerful. So don't be ashamed to use this. It's all a lie that it's a bad thing to do. It doesn't matter. Like, this is the most feminine thing you can do, is learn how to alchemize your emotions. The wounded feminine, wounded little girl, whatever you want to call that archetype, she does not have this skill. She's learning her emotions. She's learning the range of them. She's learning that she gets triggered by other women who maybe have things that she wants. Think about the version of you that's like in high school or middle school and you're just so mad that the guy that you likes another girl or something like that. I mean, I know that to me used to be so infuriating. That's the wounded little girl. She feels powerless. She doesn't know that she's manifesting her whole reality around her and that she even has the power to do so. Her emotions come out like there's no controlling it. And that's a beautiful stage to go through. But what we don't want to do is be in adulthood and leveling up in our divine feminine energy and in our life and in our business, in our relationships, and still be in that wounded state. A lot of these sisterhood wounds there are untamed, they're not even known, and there's not a lot that we're doing about them. They're just running rampant. That's why there's so much drama whenever we're younger, right? But whenever we step into embodied divine queen, dark feminine energy, and we know how to transform the jealousy into the catapult that we want to close the gap between our old identity and our new one and actually level up into the woman that we desire to be. And our whole reality is a different experience around that because she has and she gets to experience and she manifests the things that we want now. There's just a gap in inner work, state of being, identity in between those things, and all of your assumptions have to do with that. So any scenario that is not ideal, that pisses you off, that makes you jealous, honestly, thank these women for triggering you. Thank them for showing you what you desire. Because you could have gone years without knowing, and then years without leveling that up. So thank them. You make this a lifestyle and something that is so easy to do whenever you start practicing this. So stay jealous or get better, bitch. And these are your only choices. Literally, you get to choose one or the other. You must choose one or life will choose it for you. And by default, you will choose to stay jealous if you decide to stay unaware of this. Bitter, jealous, self-destructive. We don't want that. That's not a leveled up woman. That's not a high value woman. So you better hope that leveled up goddesses continue to trigger you so that you can keep getting better and better. All right, well, that was definitely a topic that for me was extremely life-changing and has healed huge sisterhood wounds for me and just allowed me to truly feel that joy and, motivation, inspiration from women who have things that I want, instead of self-destructing and going into scarcity and feeling like I don't get to have it. It's also helped me coach women in my business who maybe they're already ahead of me in income months, but they desire to get into their feminine in their business, right? I can feel intimidated by that, but I don't, because I know that it's all reflections of what I get to have. So this is life-changing on so many levels, in relationships, manifesting money, changing your lifestyle, leveling up your physical appearance even. It's huge. This is really, really important. So if you want to start your inner work on your divine feminine energy and manifesting a more luxurious lifestyle, then definitely check out my links below. I have courses, coaching, one-on-one, all of that, and I would love to see you in there. All right, well, I'll see you in the next video.